Yeah, it's true. Put it on there.
It was like summertime.
This internship is really great in terms of it teaches you how to believe in yourself. Hartnell always says, you guys aren't making coffee, you guys aren't making Excel sheets, you guys are actually helping people, you guys are putting out real world solutions that are going to help thousands, if not millions of people.
We're all in the business of humans, right? Regardless of whether you're going to be a mobile app developer or a physician or someone who goes and launches your own company, we serve others, we serve humanity. We do that by exposing our students to really challenging, wicked problems that require you to empathize, but also understand that the product you're creating, it's really meant to see how much it improves someone else's life. The Scott Scholar Summer Design Studio Internship is really it's a leadership development program.
For the first time, we have students from all 5 Scott Scholarship programs participating in the internship program.
That's a big part of the internship, is being able to take those different experiences, having different perspectives, and actually using those perspectives to come up with different ideas.
Over the course of the summer, we're all assigned a team, and each team works with an organization.
Our 4 partners this year are the Department of Navy, Monroe Meyer Institute, Give Nebraska, and Unitech in biomechanics here at the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
I think we bring a really unique perspective to help solve a problem that they're facing through design thinking process.
Like, what are the biggest problems that are most prevalent, and then let's choose one to focus on that's more feasible.
We are working with the Monroe Meyer Institute. We've talked to Dr. Coco numerous times, and same with Dr. Lohman.
We have weekly meetings with the Scott Scholars, and so we check in with them and look at their progress, and they ask us questions and have the opportunity to bounce ideas off of us.
Being able to talk to them just solidified kind of what the need was. I feel like the biggest stressor right now is the fact that they don't even know where to go. And so I think that should be our biggest focus.
How can we provide more resources to those different clinics so they can accommodate better on a more widespread basis?
One of the things that I think they were working through was how to develop an app that certainly connects everyone, that gets us patient data prior to an appointment, for example, for a more efficient and seamless intake process.
As you progress, you get information on the way.
Yeah. Okay. That's what we were thinking.
They pick up a lot of information that I've learned over my time treating children and adults with special healthcare needs, but they also have new ideas because they have a different perspective.
For the request an appointment, we wanted to have a portion where it would be easy to have the biggest parts of when you're requesting an appointment. We have oral health resources, and this was another really big part of it because we wanted to incorporate a sense of dental education. And so we have dental hygiene, balanced diet, importance of oral health, and then dental emergencies. And then the other thing I wanted to go through was our games. If you click the toothbrush and then the tooth, it'll start the timer, and then you get little plaque pieces, and the idea is that you tap away the plaque pieces for 2 minutes. And this is to help incorporate the idea that 2 minutes is the appropriate time to brush your teeth for, and it starts getting people used to how long 2 minutes feels.
Everyone just sees the end product, but they don't really get to see what happens behind the scenes. All the work that we had to put in, working as a team, and then being able to break off and do our individual tasks as we work towards a common goal.
So we come in and we learn about how to do design thinking.
You want to make sure that as you're working with your client, you're spending time figuring out exactly the things they need so that they have very few barriers to implementation. Really pick and choose 1 or 2 features or 1 or 2 prototypes that you really want to test, and then design a series of questions and prompts so that you're getting the feedback that you need in order to go and improve those.
Hartnell's lectures have been really important for the process of learning design thinking. When I came into this internship, I was I don't even know what design thinking is. So being able to really identify the steps that it takes for creating something for an end user is really impactful.
So the design thinking process is It's a very iterative, it's a circular path where you start off with empathy. You do empathy interviews and you try to understand exactly what this problem is and exactly what the pain points, as they're calling them, of this issue are.
We put out a bunch of ideas, high volume ideas, and continue to prototype those ideas, really turn them into something physical that you can either read, look at, kind of analyze, and really get some good feedback on.
Then your client will say, well, I like this, but I don't like that. And over again until you get the best product you can, usually in the time allotted.
Our initial kind of step with this whole process is the brainstorming and the creation of ideas. So I like to kind of think of it as we just blurt out as many ideas as we have. There's nothing stupid, there's nothing like not feasible.
Someone starts writing down an idea and you piggyback off of it doing like the yes and thing.
Okay. Or you can throw something new out there.
Yeah, whenever you don't overthink it, just write what comes
Quantity
to mind,
over quality here.
My team is working with Give Nebraska. Give Nebraska is an organization that works with about 75 different nonprofits to enhance the quality of living for Nebraskans through their annual fundraising campaigns.
So, you guys ready? Yeah, so it would be game changing if everyone wanted to participate in workplace giving. All right, let's go.
Yes, and there was like a leaderboard for donations.
Yes, and the leaderboard showed up daily in like PBS or KETV.
Yes, and all corporations in Nebraska participated in the statewide competition.
Give Nebraska focuses on raising money for nonprofits through workplace giving campaigns. It's a very traditional form of giving where you go through your employer, they do it through payroll deduction. It's very traditional, and that doesn't appeal to everyone. So we're really looking at ways that we can be more innovative, that we can appeal to younger donors, younger employees, and that's what we've got the Scott Scholars helping us with.
What would motivate like the little kid to donate?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I do like that actually.
Yeah, like what would motivate like an elementary school age child to donate? Like their birthday
See,
money?
I like that a lot actually.
To kind of like, I feel like that would kind of force us to
beginner's mindset.
Mhm.
Beginner's mindset.
No, I like
yes,
that.
I think it's always good for people to go out and see the nonprofits that we partner with. Going to those sites, to the food bank, to the library, to the Humane Society, to see the work they're doing and the impact that the dollars we can raise has on those missions, I think that's important for everyone to see.
We put out 26 million meals, and our volunteers touched over 20% of that. So that just goes to show you on a grand scale how much they do for the food bank.
Over the last couple weeks, we finished up our empathy interviews and we're focusing on ideating and prototyping. We didn't initially think that our team would be going in the direction of an app, but that is kind of where we're at right now.
Our final solution consisted of two primary components. The first of which is a workplace giving app that we coded and built ourselves. You can see as we navigate through, the primary feature is this larger list of agencies. Also, information about each organization that would compel someone to want to donate to them. You can either click this button, which will take you to Give Nebraska's website and allow you to make a one-time donation, or if you came to this app through a workplace giving campaign, you can use the second button and fill out a recurring donation right here in the app. The idea behind the campaign resources is that most people only hear about Give Nebraska when their worksite chooses to run a workplace giving campaign. And so we wanted not only more companies to run workplace giving campaigns, but we wanted to take the traditional workplace giving model and gear it more towards a younger audience. And so we partnered with Give Nebraska to help reinvigorate their mission of equipping every Nebraskan with the tools to be generous.
Working on the app, probably the hardest part was figuring out the best way to implement some of the features, because this was a brand new language for all of us. We had never done anything in HTML, CSS, or TypeScript, and then we had to go from knowing nothing to writing a full app with a lot of functionality.
I'm very proud of the app design itself and how it not only is functional, but it also has a very user-friendly, eye-catching design to it.
I'm a biology major, so coding has been a brand new experience for me. It's been incredible though.
What's unique about this program is we have a whole spectrum of proficiency when it comes to programming languages. Some students are self-taught and they could be taking senior level courses. Others have never even coded a single line of code. Our developers, NebDev, Keegan and Grayson, former Scott Scholars, do a fantastic job helping the entire spectrum of learner understand not only how to code an app, but understanding the syntax, understanding common glossary terms.
We start off with the very basics. One of our goals is that anyone can learn to program. So whether you've had a class before and already know all your stuff, or if you're in a major that's not STEM focused.
We want them to be engaged and actively participating in the learning because doing it is the easiest way to learn it, honestly, as far as coding goes. Like, you can talk about concepts all day, but you really just got to get in there, try it out, and figure out how it works and how you want to use it.
It's very suspenseful. I dig this. Okay, because we have this ion content thing, and it's saying like full screen true, that's saying like this is going to take up your whole screen. So that's why that button's not showing up.
When first day, there were people complaining of, I don't do code, I hate coding, this is miserable. And just today, probably 10 minutes before I came in here, they were saying, I really enjoyed coding on my own yesterday. So I thought that was really, really cool. We're working with UNMC's Unitech on an application that will play pink noise to use the principles of resonance in order to improve walking stability in older adults.
Let's say you're going out for like a Monday jog. You could be able to have that app on your phone and it kind of vibrates with you, kind of, does a little noise ping so that you can help build up your walking.
The application that was developed within the laboratory is meant to be just that, within the laboratory. It doesn't have very basic things that applications need to have. And it's because it was designed by a researcher to do a thing in a lab. That's really when the idea came up to work with the Scott Scholars. They are really looking at what is design principles around a good application? How do we build it?
Thank you, Scott Scholars.
Hashtag Scott Scholars. What are you doing here today?
We're touring the biomechanics research facility and meeting with some faculty.
Being able to know that we have one of the few biomechanic research buildings in the entire world here in Nebraska, it really makes us proud to, be able to be working with them and kind of, pushing forward some of the research they do.
This is our final deliverable for the Pink Noise app. And you can see when you first go on the app, you're greeted with a login page. You can sign up using your first name, last name. You also put in your height, weight, age, and other stuff that allows us to determine via an algorithm the best average gait speed for you, which allows us to implement that pink noise in an efficient way. And we tried to keep this as simple as possible because we know that older adults are going to be using this. You can actually press walk and use the actual function of the app. You can use your personal info or that average speed, and you can also choose the type of noise you want. There's also a sleep page, which Ling Li Gan really wanted because she wanted this to be multifaceted, have a lot of different features. So even when people are sleeping, they can turn on this pink noise because it's really beneficial for that as well.
Hopefully the research team can get more development from it. They have some, but this app would help them get more widespread research into it. So hopefully they can get a lot of good data from it to enhance pink noise and help it to work on more people more effectively.
Being able to work on this project, I find it really inspiring. Coming as a Hispanic minority, it's really nice knowing that, going into this different environment, knowing that there's not many people that look like me. It's really nice knowing that I have some friends here, that I have people here that are going to continue to push me up to be the best that I can.
When you get a group and you go go-karting and you go to a baseball game and you're hanging out in the same dorm building all summer, there's a sense of friendship starts to develop.
They'll go to the SAC Museum and learn about the opportunities available for them to engage there.
The other thing I'd give you as advice is you have to be smart enough to know what you don't know, and you have to be bold enough and have the courage to ask people to help you. Right? There's no harm in not knowing everything. but ask people and learn, because that's part of your plan, train, and execute.
They'll get a chance to experience the zoo and what that has meant for Omaha and what that meant to Walter.
It opens up so many avenues of sharing ideas, being able to be confident in your creativity, and that you won't be shut down by your team members because, you know, you're buddies with them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You put it in the terminal or whatever.
Yeah.
The Scott Scholars are extremely brilliant students. We thought it would be a natural thing to take the students and show them some really good projects and problems that they could solve to the betterment of the Department of Defense and the defense of the nation to make it more secure.
My group have been partnered with the Department of Navy. We're trying to improve the systems engineering technical review process that they have. It's currently kind of in the more traditional waterfall approach, but a lot of these projects aren't one size fits all. We're kind of looking at more of an agile approach, more cyclical, where they can spend more time and it's more event-based. They can be reviewed here and there more often and really check out those boxes and make sure everything's going right at the pace that they want to go at.
So this is basically just a breakdown of Agile, if we're being honest, at the moment.
So we thought like maybe a Canvas type thing where like they have their like projects or whatever, and then they can like click on it and like they can upload documents and like see the past versions of it.
They're bringing a fresh perspective into something that we've already kind of been working on. That's kind of why we steered them towards this problem set. So it's been really interesting hearing their opinion on some of the things that we've already been doing and why that may or may not be the best thing.
They listen intently and then they come back with everything we discussed. So it's been a wonderful experience.
During the prototyping phase, we make several low-resolution prototypes and make very simple drawings and layouts that we can present to our clients to get very quick feedback. One of our first prototypes is the Setter in Agile framework. You can walk through the actual framework and also see when those different sprint or 90-day project increments will occur. One of the key complaints was that meetings are simply taking too long. So we wanted to streamline those meetings. This document that we created simply covers what things need to be covered, how those meetings can be formatted, so we can get through those meetings quickly and efficiently without wasting too much time on things that don't need to be covered in the meeting. During the process, we realized that our problem statement wasn't really lining up with their problem statement, so we did some investigating, which, good thing we did. We realized they weren't the same and that we were kind of out of scope in the direction that we were moving.
Working as a group, we were able to get it done, and even the setbacks that we had, we were able to work as a team and just overcome that hurdle.
If you talk to employers, what they are asking for, especially in tech workers, is not just the capability to code in specific languages. It's the ability to adapt and learn to projects. It's to work together on a team. It's to solve problems and to be creative. And I think all of those are exemplified by these types of projects.
Something Walter would always say that was important to him was to be a giver, not a taker. Giving can be, giving your time to the community, being a helping hand, helping solve a problem. And it's exciting that we have so many talented individuals here ready to help the Nebraska businesses and make a difference.
To be able to imagine a concept, see it deployed, and then see students actually gain benefit from it, as an educator, I think that's what you're hoping to do, and we get to do that in a short time frame, and so we're incredibly blessed to be a part of this program.
I think this has been a great opportunity for building my leadership skills, being a team lead.
What I'll really be looking back on outside of in a classroom is the relationships that I've built up with all these people.
As a college student who's only 19 years old, there isn't a lot that I thought I could actually do to solve a problem for an organization. Going into this, I've realized that my voice really does matter. I can't wait to continue to foster some of these connections and continue talking to people once this program is done.